to the Preaching Podcast.
We don't spill tea, we
spill
spill critics. Hello, so I am Wani, your host for today, and then we have Nadia on 4th episode of our podcast today.
So I'm Nadia, your media analyst for today. Excited to be here.
Thank you, Nadia, for coming. So today, Nadia, we are reaching the episode 4 of our series on the Adabi Melazatkan Ad.
That's nice. Menyelerakan.
Very good. Now we are going back to look at two main things. First, the ethical and cultural side of the ad.
Okay.
Yeah. And then second, how people reacted to the ad, whether online, offline, or how was their reaction, good or bad, or just meh. So then we will wrap up on today's episode with some lessons for future campaigns.
Because I think that ads, they don't just exist in a bubble, you know, they live around us, in our culture, it touch people's life, and sometimes they have responsibilities that we need to talk about.
Agree, Nadia. Okay.
Are you ready to start the first discussion? Obviously, yeah. Alright, let's go.
First discussion is ethical and cultural side. So in this Adabi ad, we see Malaysian families in the kitchen, cooking together, doing all the chores together, all smiling. Of course, that tagline which Melazatkan dan Menyelerakan, I feel like it really tapping into Malaysian culture. We share meals together, local flavors and the homey vibes. So it is very respectful and pretty inclusive of everyday cooking life. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree because the ad itself, it feels very grounded and relatable to everyone because it's showing something that is very familiar in everyone's family. And honestly, I didn't even notice any obvious stereotypes in there. The people are very diverse in age. The roles are not exaggerated, and it's all pretty natural.
Yeah, Nadia, but let's think a bit deeper. Is it still kind of implying that cooking is mostly for homemakers, usually women, because we talk about stereotype just now? So that's a very subtle stereotype we see in a lot of ads in Malaysia. Don't you agree about that?
I agree. Even though the ads, they don't scream stereotypes, the kitchen scene do leans on a very traditional gender expectation, as we know. They could have just mixed it up like it's the dad cooking and not the mother, and a very non-traditional family setup. Yeah.
Also, Nadia, Malaysian is super diverse, multi-ethnic. We have multi-religious. The ad is very Malay-centric, which is fine for me, but it's also fine for the main audience, for the main target. But just something to look back, to keep in mind if they ever want to go broader, probably include another races or religions. Don't you agree about that?
Exactly, and I would say authenticity matters too.
Yeah.
Because ads that treat culture as a gimmick instead of something that is real can feel very, I would say, manipulative. So Adabi gets this right though, because most Malaysian actually recognize the slogan and feel the or what do you say, nostalgic connections.
Yes, Nadia. So overall, ethnically and culturally, it is solid. It respects cultural cues, everyday settings, and avoids stereotypes. A little more diversity wouldn't hurt, isn't it?
Is it? Exactly, because it's about keeping it very relatable and broadening the appeal.
Okay. Just now we said about the stereotype. Now we are talking about the reaction of the people, the audience. Online people are loving the nostalgic, lots of Facebook posts quoting the jingle, joking about it, remembering the childhood meals of Adabi. So it is definitely got positive vibes and a strong recall to them.
Yeah, it shows that the brand recall is strong because people are talking about it. It's part of the pop culture, and at least a meme culture. So there are no big controversies that I could find, which is actually pretty impressive. Even how sensitive people can be about representation.
Exactly. So no uproar doesn't mean perfect, but it means it is mostly hitting the mark. Nadia, do you have any other ideas to add on?
Because okay, socially the ads reinforce family and a shared meal is comforting and very familiar, but it's lacking this sparkling deep conversations or going viral in the edgy sense, so which is fine. That might not even be the goals, because research shows that Gen Y relevance and values are what drive the brand awareness and the associations.
Yeah, I know, right? The catchy jingle and cultural familiarity really help the ads to pop up more.
So basically, people just like it, and it's very familiar because it suddenly reinforced cultural identity for future campaigns, because they could consider showing more diverse audiences and sparking discussions.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very good Siju, I guess, to wrap up the lessons.
Yeah.
Now, in a nutshell, the Adabi campaigns is a strong and culturally represents Malaysia, ethically sound and positively received. It is very familiar, safe, and it works.
Yeah, I think for the lesson for the future is that we could mix up representations and expand social impacts.
Yep, ethical advertising isn't just don't offend, but it's about being inclusive, and impact isn't just did people like it, but it is more towards did it engage people meaningfully. Oh, I guess it's a wrap up for our fourth episode. Until next time, guys. Bye bye.
Bye.